Hello, welcome to Ed 415, Foundations of Modern Educational Practice. My name is Greg Cahoe, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. This is about my third year teaching foundations. I've also taught it a couple summers as well. So it's a great course. It's fun to teach because we get to talk about the place of education in history, in society, and I also tell you some and give you some very concrete tools to use so that you are the very best teacher you can be. This year, I'm also incorporating a number of through science initiatives that here at UAF we're piloting. So it's an exciting time to be taking the course and to learning about this new information that can help our students become better learners. Unfortunately, I'm going to be gone for this first class. So on 8/24, I'm going to be in Anchorage and I won't be present for the class. So to make this class work, it's going to be asynchronously delivered. What that means is you're going to do it on your own time. Rather than show up for class like you will for every other section, you'll do this one online. Okay? Let me share with you that I have two sections. I have a face-to-face section and I have a distance section. The face-to-face section I'll abbreviate as FTF in notes, and the face-to-face section meets from 1:15 to 4:15 up here on the 7th floor in Gruning in the conference room. That's different than what the catalog says. We have a lot better technology up here on the 7th floor, and I think it will be a nicer environment. Having said that, it could change if someone else usurps the conference room on me. The rest of you are in my distance section from 5 o'clock in the evening to 8 o'clock in the evening via Zoom. So I'll make sure that you have the Zoom link so that you can navigate to class for every other class after this. So starting on the 31st of August, you'll be joining class by Zoom. Okay? So watch your announcements. I'll upload that information next week. Let me tell you that I'm fairly new to Canvas. It's only my second semester using it, so I've still got some bugs to work out, and I'm learning as quickly as I can how to make it a valuable tool for you. I wanted to share with you, just to make sure that you know it, if you haven't used Canvas before, some of the things that you can access and ways to make it a better tool for you. And I'll also articulate what I want done for this very first class. Okay? So here are your announcements. You can see there's my first announcement. I'm in the student view, so this ought to be what your section looks like. So you just click on the announcement and you can read it. The link to the syllabus. What I've done is I've cut and pasted the last few pages of my syllabus here. Those last few pages are a table of the meeting dates, the things we're going to cover, the topics, and then that assignment. So you can see on 8/24, what I expect you to do is to read these sections in your book and then do this Teacher I Remember essay. It's really, really clear if you go in Canvas, so I don't think you'll have any issues with that. Just to let you know, though, we have a number of textbooks that I've chosen for this course to, first of all, bring you into the teaching profession, but also to keep you in the teaching profession. So many of these books I expect will be on your shelf as you're a teacher, and you'll be able to refer to them over the course of your career. The first one is this one. This is our main textbook called Becoming a Teacher by Forrest Parquet. Published just last year, so it's a fairly recent edition, the 11th edition, and I abbreviated in all of my directions as BAT, so becoming a teacher. This next one by Zaretta Hammond is called Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain. It goes along with our emphasis on learning science, and so I've abbreviated this one, as you can see here in the directions, CRTB. Educational Foundations is a number of, it's an anthology of readings around education. There are some things to chew on and to think about. And then this one is the highlight of our Learning by Design, by Learning Sciences, by Daniel Willingham, one of the leaders in the field about how to leverage the science that we know about teaching and learning. And again, this would be the WDSLS, Why Don't Students Like School? Okay, so those are our textbooks we're going to use for the course. So let's dive into Canvas, okay? What you should know is that Canvas is operated by these modules. you would click on the module. And this navigation and settings is all introductory stuff. And let me just show you how it works. If you click on it, you're going to click on it, click on the first thing. It's going to lead you to a reading piece or some directions or some links. And then all you do is come down here to next, and you'll go to the next page. And that is a mandatory reporting reading that you could read. And when you finish with that, you will simply go to the next page. And this one opened in a new window. So you go back to here and hit next, and so on and so forth. I encourage you to just scroll through and use Canvas like that. Just go next, next, and make sure you read each of the things. That's what we're going to do for our lesson this week. Okay. The OIT support, I encourage you to go there if you need any help with Canvas. Go React, we'll talk more about that in future classes, but it's our video platform that I'm going to use. Some information from UAF about COVID, and then here we come on to the first topic, okay? So this week's readings, what I've asked you to do is to read chapters 1, 2, and 3, or actually they're just selections, they're not entire chapters, in Educational Foundations, pages 3 through 26 in the Parquet book, your main textbook, and then pages 1 through 6 in Zaretta Hammond's book. Okay, so those are the readings. So first thing you want to do probably is sit down and digest some of that. After you've done that, your job is to write a discussion post. And the discussion post is going to be in the form of a haiku. So you'll see how easy Canvas is to operate. As soon as you've done the readings, then you can come to this next one. It's an assignment. You upload the assignment, go to the next one. Do the assignment, do the reading, whatever, go to the next one. And so this is my haiku as an example. And here are the directions about what a haiku is. And I can see the number you have already written. Okay, you've already done the first assignment. So good on you. And feel free to read each other's, reply to them, comment back to them if you'd like to. It's a lot of fun and a neat way to introduce ourselves. Okay? So after you've uploaded your haiku, the next big thing is the meat of the lesson, and those are my Google Slides, the slide deck. Okay? So when you click on that, I do expect you to spend the time reading each slide, thinking about it, looking at how it correlates to your reading in Parquet, and spending time understanding what I'm asking you. Now this one has about 3 videos. The videos are very instructional, except for the first one is just motivational. The Rita Pearson video. Motivational, not instructional. The others are quite instructional, and I need you might want to watch them a couple times to really get the gist of what they're saying. Okay? But the introductory lesson is about the teaching profession. What is a teacher? What are teachers expected to do? And then what characteristics do the best teachers have? One of the things you're going to do is if you could see here on slide 7, is you're going to put a post in Jamboard. If you're not sure how to use Jamboard, it's fairly straightforward. The link is going to take you to a place where you can make a sticky note. Okay, so that you're just going to place a sticky note on Jamboard. Make sure you put your initials there. Now, I'm not going to drag you through the entire slideshow right now, because that's what I want you to do. But the point is, you can achieve the goals of this lesson without me being there. Okay, I think you're very capable of working through these slides, watching the video, thinking about what I'm trying to tell you in the context of these slides. Okay, so that is basically the last piece of instruction that you need to do for this week. And finally, there is your first essay. So this is a chance for me to evaluate the kind of writer you are, the kinds of experiences you have, because I want you to write about a teacher you remember. Okay? What is it about this teacher that inspired you to become a teacher, or, in some cases inspired you to achieve other things? Now, I also am It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I'm also willing to say that there are some not very good teachers out there, and occasionally a student will say, you know, I have this teacher, or I remember this teacher, and I don't want to be like that teacher. That's why I got into the teaching profession, and that makes an interesting essay too, okay? Now, you all know how to read a rubric, I hope, but what I expect you to do is to read down the column where everything is meets or exceeds expectations. You want to read the 4-point column. Do everything you can to meet the expectations there so that you are awarded those points, okay? It should not be a very long essay. A couple pages is what I'm looking for, and I articulate about 300 to 500 words, okay? That constitutes your video, and hopefully you have an understanding of what I expect from you this week, and I will see all of you either face-to-face or on Zoom on August 31st. I'm looking forward to a great year. Thank you.